click, click. Hello everyone, this is Take from BigHeadTaco.com. I'm here in Railtown District in Vancouver. I've shot a few videos here. If camera girl can just do a 180 pan of this area. I like shooting down here because it is an industrial area, and on Sunday evening, which it is now, it's very quiet with the odd truck coming through. Not, oh, you're going to do a 360, all right. Well, as she comes around on the 360, I'm over here. I thought I would do I'm going to do a proper review on the Fujifilm X30, which I am just starting to review, and I have not yet made up my mind if I do like it, but there are some things about it that I didn't like about the X10 and the X20. There's a lot of things I really like about the X30, but I've been having a lot of people asking me questions like, is this better than the Fuji GR, or is this better than the Sony RX100? And I've always kind of hesitated around the idea of better, because each camera has a unique sort of quality that some cameras are better for some things, some cameras are better for other things. And I like to use the analogy of a car. It's like asking someone, is a two-door convertible better than a minivan? Well, it really depends why you need it for. For some things, the minivan is much better, and other things, the two-seater sports car is better for something. So what I thought I would do is, if camera girl can come in, I was going to sort of showcase the different cameras I like to use, or I have used in the past. This is my iPhone, which most know I use it for my Instagram account. This is what I used to use a lot when I used to do sports and weddings. This is my favorite film camera, my XD11, and then this is my Ricoh GR, my everyday EDC camera that I have. So let's just kind of quickly go over this SLR. Okay, this is a film SLR. It's not a DSLR, so you can see there's a proper film chamber in here, but you can compare it the same as a DSLR. This has its use. I'm not against DSLRs. I don't review it on my blog or my on my YouTube series because I tend to pick the cameras that I like to use for street photography, and that's kind of the theme of Big Head Taco, is street photography. This is a monster camera, beautiful flash, rotating head, wireless. This is the first wireless system ever, was the Minolta. The 9XI, I use this for shooting pro football sports, and I did it for weddings. I think it's still the only, this was the first camera that went up to 1/12,000th of a second mechanical shutter speed, and then the Maxim 9 had the same 1/12,000th. The fastest flash sync at 1/300th of a second, and just a monster camera. This lens, 28-70, non-telescoping zoom, f2.8 all the way through, and back in 1985, I think this lens came out. It had circular 9-blade aperture, which no other brand did back then in 85. Almost all Minolta G series lenses, first gen autofocus lenses, 35-1.4, the 80-2.1.2.8, 28-70 2.8, 100 2.8, and 50 2.8 macro, they all had circular apertures, which was unheard of back in 1985 because they cared about the out of focus area, the bokeh, how it looked. So I love this camera. Again, it has its purpose. My arm is hurting just holding it, so that's primarily why I don't use this for street photography, because of the weight. And also, if you get someone approaches you and says, may I take your picture, and this is what they see, I find that this would be intimidating. So as much as this has its purpose, and I have probably more SLR film bodies than any other body that I have in my film collection, camera collection, I rarely use it unless I'm doing an actual pro shoot. So this is a beautiful camera. This is my fun camera, my Minolta XD, but there's tons of cameras like this, the Pentax, the K1000, what is another favorite one? Any of the Nikon FM2, F3, FE, the Canon, what can we think of the Canons? Canon, the F1, or even the more consumer level AE1, the A1, all beautiful cameras. The beauty of it is, by manually focusing and having the mechanical dials for shutter speed and aperture, it really helps you to understand photography. And I just like the weight of it. So comparing to something like this, that's also film, but it's an SLR. But I mean, you look at the size. I think the lens of this is heavier than this with the 45 f2 lens on here. So just carrying it around all day for fun, I love this one. So if you shoot film, these smaller compact film SLRs from the 70s and 60s and even in the 80s from Japan are beautiful cameras to have, so this is great. And this is my everyday camera. Why do I use this one? It has 1 centimeter macro, and even though the sensor size is 1/1.7 inch, because of the closeness, I love using this for product shots. For on my bigheadtaco.com, when I do pictures of cameras, this is the camera. Even the GR that we're filming this with the APS-C size sensor, I think it's only 5 centimeter, which is still pretty good, and you can crop it, but the autofocus on this is actually better because it has a dual phase detect and contrast detect. So I use this as a quick way of just snapshots, and it's still good enough for if you're shooting for Instagram. So this is an important type of camera to have. And then of course my handy dandy iPhone 5S. Those of you that follow me on Instagram know how much I love using this camera phone, because people are so used to having this in their face, the intimacy. So as you approach people and I say, you know, you look awesome, I like your hat, or I like your shoes, do you mind if I take a picture? Most people aren't intimidated, and I come up like this, and they're used to doing selfies, and they're used to family and friends shooting them like this, so people aren't intimidated. So I enjoy using this. It's discreet, it's small, you put it in your pocket. I'm on it anyways, texting and emailing, so it's always with you. Now going all the way back to a camera like the X30, where is its place in the market? The RX100, Sony is probably was the class leading in terms of size and sensor size and the size of the camera. The X100, I played with it. I think it's actually smaller than this. I could be wrong, and you could comment down below and tell me if I am wrong, but I think it's smaller than this, and yet the sensor is much bigger. It's a 1-inch sensor, and this is a 2/3 sensor. The new Panasonic LX100 has a micro 4/3 sensor, which is even bigger than the 1-inch sensor, and I think again it's either the same size or slightly smaller. I haven't played with it yet, I haven't seen it yet. And then the deluxe Leica version of that, I think it's called Type 109. Again, I could be wrong. I'm probably going to be getting that for review soon, but that's a 4/3 sensor. So people look at a camera like the X30 and say, well, why would you buy this camera with a small 2/3, relatively small 2/3 inch sensor if you can get a 1-inch or 4/3 sensor? This has no place in the market. This is garbage. And I would say, and the reason why I showcase all these different cameras is, well, that's not necessarily true. The advantage of a camera of this size is that it has a lot of cool features. For instance, the manual zoom, which those of you who like to do video, this has manual zooming. You can zoom manually while you're shooting video, which is a great feature. It has the articulating screen, which the RX100 Mark III now has, and a lot of cameras are having, but the Wi-Fi feature is great too. So what I've been using this mostly for is, I find that if you post pictures on the internet, I love my GR series cameras, but I have to wait till I get home to post pictures, or I have to transfer it to a camera that has a wireless feature. This has everything that you need, and I think this has enough horsepower for what the average person needs, except for sensor size. The sensor size 2/3, you're not going to be blowing up gallery level type images. It can shoot raw, and it has the X-trans sensor 2/3 size in here. So it is a great camera, but within the scheme of the marketplace, the RX100 Mark III, the Panasonic LX100, those are all in the, I think, $799, $899, $999 type price point. This one here is, I should have checked, $699, I think it's coming out at. So it's between the pricing of let's just say the Canon SD120 and the sort of like the other 1/1.7 inch censored cameras, and it's less than the price of the RX100s and the LX100. So it's right in the middle. It's in the middle of the price range, it's in the middle of the size range, kind of, and it's in the middle of the sensor size range. So this is a great camera. It fits nice in, if a camera girl can zoom in a little bit, it fits nice in the sort of the camera range. You know, if you look at all these types of cameras as you go through, I think it has a place in the marketplace. And so that's kind of my quick review. Sorry I haven't done a review in a while. It's not me, actually it's been Camera Girl. She's been very busy, and I was tired of doing these self videos, so I waited for Camera Girl to be less busy. So more videos are coming. I have some exciting news. I'll be in a foreign country in the next couple of months, and we'll be shooting videos there, so that will be posted on my blog. And so thank you again for watching, and we will talk to you later. So thanks for visiting. We'll see you again. Click, click.